See that?
Hey, what's up everyone? Tonight we're making one of my favorite things to do on the grill, and that's the Szechuan steak salad. So the reason I love this so much is because Szechuan cuisine is a well-regarded Chinese cuisine originating from the southwestern region of medieval China, well-regarded for its bold flavors, diverse vegetables, and wide range of different ingredients. So lots of flavor, but lots of balance in this dish. This is gonna be a very nice steak salad. So the first thing we're gonna do here is we're gonna get this corn ready for the grill. I got a red pepper here that we can leave dry, but with the corn, we wanna drizzle a little bit of olive oil on there, just a little bit to get that ready for the grill. Perfect. Let's head over to the grill. Let's get these on there. We got the grill on maximum heat. Roast that pepper as well. Perfect. Hot pan, medium high. Start with a little bit of grapeseed oil or vegetable oil, whatever you have. We're just gonna go right in with the onions. These are some red onions that I chopped up. Lots of garlic, lots of fresh garlic. This is a cuisine that has lots of flavor. So we have some ginger here going in. And these are some fresh chilies. So Szechuan cuisine needs to be spicy. So no matter, depending on how you like it, I like to put a lot of chili peppers. So you can put a little bit less, but it needs to be in there. Add a little bit of salt right away. What we have here is tamarind, which is kind of a leguminous vegetable that grows on trees in Africa, but it sometimes finds its way into Szechuan style cuisine, and that's why we're adding it right here. And it has kind of this bitter, very kind of pungent flavor, which is exactly why it works so well with this style of cuisine. All right, this is fantastic. We have this sweating nicely. It's starting to get a little dry, so I'm gonna add a little bit of more oil, because we're gonna go in with the shiitake mushrooms, and I made sure to remove all the stems. I'm gonna throw all this in here. Cook this for about 2 minutes. Ready? Mm-hmm. All right. So we come in with a little bit of rice wine vinegar. And some soy sauce. I like to use the tamari soy sauce. Go quite a bit. This is going to add that salty flavor. And we go in right away with snap peas. So these are the snap peas that I just cut in half. Perfect. We're going to turn this down to low, and we're just going to let that go. Let that go. It can sit there simmering for a little while while we prepare the rest of the salad. So when we're looking at the corn, we're looking for these char marks here. So we just want to rotate this around, make sure we're getting it nice and even. This pepper is also good to turn. Turn that a quarter and come back later. We're ready to grill the beef. So this is a really nice cut of prime rib steak. You want to use a nice piece of meat for this dish because we're going to be grilling it rare and it needs to be tender. So what I've done here is I've added a little bit of olive oil and some Szechuan peppercorns that have been ground. This is a very sweet peppercorn, not too spicy, so you can put quite a bit. That's going to give a lot of flavor to this dish. I'm going to go in with some salt, both sides. All right, great. Let's head over to the grill. I'm going to throw this right on the grill. And that's the sound that you always want to hear when you're grilling meat, the sizzle. Just going to get all this sweet grilled corn right off the cob. Run the knife right down the core. Pepper. You want to let it cool down a bit so you can handle it. Okay, so these seeds come out quite easy. You just want to run the knife a little bit. Voila. Other side. This comes off right away. So what we're looking for is just some long strips. Let's add this in with our corn right away. The trick to cooking a perfect steak is to leave it alone. So when we put it on the grill, we don't touch it, we don't move it until we come back later and we see this beautiful caramelization. And then what we do is we flip it and that's it. We don't touch it. Over here in the pan, we're gonna turn the heat off. We're gonna add these bean sprouts. We're also gonna add some green onions. Mix that around. So this is kind of gonna be the warm aspect of our salad. And lots of different flavors here, lots of different veggies, crunchy, sweet, salty. This is awesome. All right, so this steak is ready to come off. It's been on there for about 15 minutes, and it's a pretty big piece. So people always ask me, when do you know when it's done? And the right answer is you have to grill a lot of steaks and you'll just know. That's true. So guys, this summer, get grilling, develop that sixth sense, you know? Because that's the only way you'll know for sure. Another tip when we're grilling, especially a nice piece of meat like this, is resting. Now I can't stress this enough. This makes the difference. So when it comes off, it's still, there's still a lot of juices flowing around in there. And what we want to do is we want to let the meat rest. And the juices are going to redistribute and slow down so that when we cut into it later for a salad, it's going to be very juicy. Let's throw this thing together. So over here I had some rice noodles that I had pre-cooked, and these are cooled down. The corn and the roasted peppers directly in with the noodles. With our little saute there. All together. So what I want to do, I want to add lots of lime juice. Really good cuisines always have some form of acidity, and in this case we're using lime juice, and what that's going to do is it kind of does the same thing as salt. It goes in there and it pulls out all of those flavors that are already in there and makes them much more apparent, much more flavorful, and much more balanced as well. A little bit more soy sauce, a few drops of sesame oil. Mix this right up. Let's plate this up. Okay. When we're using fresh herbs, especially when we're clipping them right from the plant, you want to add these at the very end. So always keep that in mind. When using fresh herbs, try to wait to the very last minute. So we have some Thai basil here. Snipped off a few leaves. And over here we have some fresh mint. Since these are pretty young plants, we can use the stems. These are kind of in the baby stage, so the stem is still very delicate. The stems also have a lot of flavor. Let's see what this bad boy is looking like. I have a feeling this is gonna be nice. So we're gonna cut, starting on this side first, we're gonna just cut straight strips. Look at that, it's perfect. You can see we cut it, there's not a lot of juices flowing out of it. I'm gonna finish with the herbs, and I don't want to chop these up or anything, I just want to kind of keep them kind of whole.
Wow, it's absolutely delicious. Such nice spice coming out of that.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here. There's that spice, but there's also so many flavors balancing it out. The Szechuan peppers are sweet. Got that those kernels of corn giving a nice sweetness as well. This is an amazing dish. I love Szechuan cuisine.
What do you think, bud?